Okay, here we go into a video. Joker in the center, black sun, energy sun, green colored sun. So let's do this video now. Let's do this video. Hey, yes, I don't know where oil comes from. They say it's a carbon, however it's made. It can also be being pumped onto Earth from underneath, from the tree that grows. Have you ever thought that Earth might just be one giant tree? One big mass of earth and water, atoms and carbon and however else it is made. It was built. It was built. Personally, again, I just have to take this to an assumption. Earth was built. Built! Okay. Has anybody seen this sign before? The Neptune sign. Two guys, one on this side, one on that side. Here's a pool, and the pool mixes up and it goes this way. And as the water goes this way, some of the water goes up here, some of the water goes up here. The eye here and the eye here could be whirlpools that go deeper down somewhere else, or come up and it comes out and it mixes to this one world. If you really take a look upside down, it's R and R. How would you see it, right? How would this light is sort of bothering me a little bit. How would you see this? Would you see the R and R? You see the R and R back to back? When we put R and R together, okay, it creates video cassette. There's other images here. I'm not sure if this is also the R coming out, and the R coming out. I'm not. There's other things here. I'm not sure what it is. I probably should put it on what do you call it there? The art thing, the art paint. Right. I should put it on paint and do something with there. I will. I want to talk about the any craps. This C&E. Right? Creation of the Christ, before the Christ, after the Christ. The ace, add on the A, or the division, okay? Add on the R, and you have race. Now the thing is, you only have two letters here. The R, AR, and the C, CE, right? It also stands for the word core, which is used in making things kosher. And then you add on the gateway to the angel residency, gateway, energy, creation, entity, grace. And we have this. Now, what am I going to talk about in this video? It's crazy. I think I'm in the back of the book. The front of the book, I'm upside down. What do I want to do? We talked about time yesterday. We talked about time yesterday. I got to put this a little bit lower. I'm not catching everything in here. Okay. 4 times 24 hours is that 96. It just makes so much sense that the day is that way. Like I said, 27 and 19, the basic of creating this number over here is 1 and 3. The basics of creating this is 2 and 7. 2 and 7 also goes along with 1 and 7. 1 and 7 is that gateway for the reason, okay, that every time there's 2, there's 3. So it becomes 2, 7, and 3, 7. 17 and 27, which becomes 37. I don't want to change the 7, just like I don't want to change the minutes. The other thing I want to speak of is first and last with 37. Okay, first and last with 37. In the first top 18 numbers, we have 1 through 18, then we have 19 through 36. These are reflective of each other's on the opposite side, 19 and 18. One is the R, one is the S. 8 and 9, H and I, come together over here. It was made just so perfect. I think I got, no, I don't have, I'm okay. Over here, I want to talk about this, okay? in low shoe, I think I mentioned this before, but in low shoe, 4 and 6 are over here. On the regular telephone that we most have, in the digital phone or the push buttons, 1 and 9. The 8, I'm presuming that we have to go around the omega. We have to go around the 5 to get to the 9. Okay, around it. But when the 3 and the 7, 3 plus 4 equals 7, total of distance of 3 in between, total of distance of 7 in between. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 7 numbers in between here before we reach, and there are 3 numbers in between here, 3 and 7. In between here, there's only a half a number, right? 4 and 6 and 2 and 8, there's 5 in between here and here, and there's only 1 in between here and here. 1 and 5 is Mars. 28th cycle of the moon. X and X is the passage. Why? Because it creates the letter 4 by 6, the 24th letter. The 24th key is the center C. The center C. Okay? Question mark and also the number 2 and 5 are created through this. If I just put a line here, I'll get my number 5, right? I know it's all hypothetical. I know it's just all games. I know if I put this over here, it'll do that. And I know if I put this over here, it'll do that. And one will be like the 2 and the other one will be like the 5. Is that right? I think I had to put it that way, right? Is that what it was? Like the sombrero? Maybe I should take that away. I'm not really sure. Again, it's nighttime and I'm a little tired again. So one is low shoe numbers, which is this one here. The other one is regular numbers. If I add up what went here, it becomes 1 and 4 equals to 5. And then I'm just going to do that. And then 9 and 6 is 15. 1 and 5 equals to 6. Now I'm going to take the 3 and the 2 here. I'm going to equal it to 3 and 2 is 5. 7, 8, and 15 equals to 6. So now I have 5, 5, 6, 6. Those are the totals when we put them on top of each other. Imagine if they're 2 separate systems spinning on top of each other, right? Spinning on top. When they go opposite of each other, it closes the area and we no longer can see. Do you understand? Take this, turn it, put it on this side over here, and we end up with this. Correct? At the same time, when we do that, we're still going to have that line going through over here. Okay, I'm not sure if it's a lock or whatever it is. The other thing it could be is this, right? Because of this going through, it'll spin to here and it'll stop, and then it'll go here and it'll spin to here and then it'll stop. Do you know why? It's like locked. It locks every time it reaches here, and then it locks every time it reaches here. So that's the maximum movement, and that maximum movement, according to what I understand, is 216. The center is 225 and the outside is 234. If we want to add up to a 90 degree, what is missing to the 90 degree? This will be 674 missing to the 90 degree. This will be 674. This will be 665, 678. Is that no 675 to the 90 degree. This is 664. Is that no? Wait a second. 684, 684, 675, and 666. And the same thing will be here: 684, 675, and 666. 684, 864 seconds. If I get that right, 68,000 seconds in the day. Let me get out the calculator on top of this. 60 times 24 times 60 equals to 86.4. Let me do it again. 60 times 60 times 24, and we have the 86,400 seconds in a day. The gateway walking 4040. I know everything sounds confusing because I'm going over it myself. I'm thinking. Where am I going to be thinking? There's other things that are in here which is everybody's noticed that the rain goes on an angle. And when I make this design here, this is also from the Mayan design, this design over here. How did I do this? I went 1, 4, 7 using 3 squares touching. I want to make this larger, and I did it up here, but here it goes down straight. But you see the separation in this? Because of the lines, it shows you how everything goes together. 1, 5, and 9 goes together, 4 and 8 goes together, 7 is alone. 2 and 6 goes together, 3 is alone. 3, 5, and 7, and in fact the movement of time, according to Mars time, is 375. Times 4 equals to 15 seconds. Times 4 equals to 60 seconds. So it's 16 times 3.75 movement of time, which is actually 39 times 25. 39 is a numeric value which is made up from number 74. And 74 times 24 is 1776. How much is 24 times 25? Well, it's pretty easy. It's 6, or 600. How do I know that? Because 24 quarters. 20 quarters is $5, 24 quarters is $6. This becomes 3 and 7. 9 and 3 is 12, 1 and 2 is 3, 5 and 2 is 7. This, 5 and 2, becomes 10 and 7 equaling to 17 and 27 because these two numbers come together. 7 is a consistent makeup of 3, 1, 3 or 1, 3, 1 because that's how you make up 7 according to the leap year. The leap year is 3 years and then the leap year and then another 3 years and then another one. Why are they saying 3 quarters? Well, 3 out of 4, we're missing 1. 3 out of 4 dentists, 3 out of 4 this, and it's also a representation of 75%. And again, we connect that towards the moon and the orphan children. 3, 5, and 7 come together. 2 and 4 come together as the cat. 2 and 6 come together as the dog. So you see the dog going this way. You see the cat going this way. How the separation is, I don't know what it means yet, but I'm not sure what it means yet. I just can't explain it. 1, 4, 7 is how I rationalize everything. Okay, here's your power and energy. Here is your past. Here is your spirit creation. The 1, the 2, the 4, the 6, and the 8. Right? Another thing I wanted to mention is that if I put 5 over here, well, we have it over here. 1, and this is 5. How much is the halfway between 1 and 5? Is 3. How much is the halfway between 5 and 9? It's 7. The halfway between 3 and 5 is 4. The halfway between 7 and 5 is 6. The numeric value for, I think it's the diameter of the moon, is 3476. And in kilometers, it's, kilometers and miles. And this is 9 days of 24 hours. There's just so much to talk about that I just say it so quick, so I'm never sure if anybody really understands anything that I am doing. This thing over here that you see is actually, it's actually 3 squares. Now they could be overlapping, I'm not sure. The first square is here. The second square is here. And then the third square is where the 5 is, and it joins both squares. So I did a whole lot of drawing up on everything, right? We're in a lock, time lock. 357 is the time lock. Is there anything else in here that I did not go over the other day? And I think I'm doing everything a little too fast. Move this up and move this down if you want. We're not going to talk about that. The cat, the dog, the chicken, electric company, we did that already. The pig connects the skies. I can't explain it to you. 97.7 radio station that Grim Reaper mentioned the other day. This is also the DNA and creation of life. Right? There was another piece that I did not mention. Okay, it was this. The reason for this is because how do I get to 31 is my question. And I'm going to go 7 times 3 equals to 21. 7 plus 3 equals to 10. The total is 31. All zeros equal 6. Add 6 equals to 37. And now I just wrote over another piece of something that I didn't want to. I'm running out of stuff. Anybody wants to send me a box of this, no problem. This was 74 times 24. Is that what it was? No, it was 4 times 24. 7 is the gateway. Gateway to Mars. Uranus and Mars. 7 and 4. The reverse of this is Earth and Saturn. They're in two different systems. On the cube, Earth and Mars connect, right? On the cube, okay, Saturn, which is the 6th planet, and this is the 7th planet, 7 and 6, 13. 7 and 6, 13, right? 6th planet, 3rd planet, 3 and 4 equals 7. 7 and 6 equals 13. 1 and 3 equals 4. They reverse when you flip them over. R and R, 1 and 2. I'm not sure. We didn't go over this. It's getting late. It's time for my bed. I'm just doing this way too quick. I don't know where oil comes from. Could be pumped up, like I said, from another ship, from another wherever. They can just keep pumping this in. We can, in fact, we can be sitting on an oil well. In fact, Earth can be sitting on an oil well. It's thick enough, okay, to stop us from moving. It's a good product in order to give viscosity. Is that what you call it? Oil can, maybe the earth tilts, but because it's sort of like sitting on top of it or in it like a mush, and we just shove these pipelines down there and we just keep bringing up as much oil, because you can never go through all the oil that this planet was created with. You know what I'm saying? If it comes from Adams and Eves forever. This is something that I painted, that I drew up a few years ago. If you can tell, the guy over here, here's his big hat, here's his eye, here's his nose and his face, and here's the thing full of stuff. I don't know, just a whole bunch of stuff. Let me put this picture back where it goes, up there. Thank you for watching this video. For now, there's just so much. Thank you for watching. Another thing, 1, 2, 3, 4 equals 10. 7, 6, 5, 4. 7, 6, 13, 5, 18, 4, 22. So you now have 22 and 10, and that's a whole new equation creating, forget it. Thank you for watching this video.